I'll got three quick ones. Good trade would be this IBB. One of the sectors that we talk about buying every week. This was one that I bought. Other than buying it every week, I bought a little bit more than usual, up through 100. Now it's at new recent highs. The next high is the all-time high of 133. Really past that, there's no reason why we won't see this in like a year up in the 160s or higher. So that was like one of my really good buys from a sector standpoint. Bad trades, two of them. One being Amazon. Again, I was talking about this name beginning of the year, rode it all the way up to 2020, got stopped out in this market crash, and did not get back involved. So I missed out on exactly what I was looking for, and that was just my own mistake. And then same with this PG. This was like a longer term hold that I actually had a name that I held for more than a year. Bought it at 100 more than a year ago. I got stopped out again during this market crash, and I got basically stopped out a day or two before the turn, and it's right back to highs. And this is what we talk about when people have to chase names. In both these examples, I got stopped out basically for breaking even. In both of them, I didn't lose any money, but that forced me, if I want to get back in, I would have had to chase higher. And that's what the market needs. When charts get broken, people get shaken out, they have to chase to get back in. And that's what we've seen in a ton of names recently. Basically every name that's gotten broken out, beaten up. And it's no surprise that a lot of these leaders, they get pushed to new highs because it's everyone who got pushed out or shaken out of the name, they're chasing and climbing to get back in, and they don't care about what price. Just like the guy on Instagram today who wanted to buy mRNA 100% higher when he sold it $30. So those are some good and bad trades that I'm learning from this week.
Okay.
What about you, Sheikh?
So I had a good trade in this Piton last week. I'm still holding like a tiny feeler. We might have talked about this last week. 29. I took off a ton into this 37, not the 38. But looks good. It got downgraded, so it's falling off. I have like very, very, very small position. I booked almost everything. So I'm waiting to see if it wants to come retest my price, potentially re-enter that one. What the fuck else did I do? GH was the massive winner. Big time shout out to Heaven. I have some good lessons here. Let's see. Hold on a sec. All right, so a lot of people are asking me how I built into my position. All right, so let's get this. So here's the GH. I got a little. I sold more than I first intended to today. I'm just getting a little spooked by this market. But so here was the entry, and this is what people were asking me how I built into position, because I was like, oh, I got 300K of this GH. 300K GH is like fucking 10 million Apple is what I said, because it's such a volatile name. So this name, it's been kind of sleeping. We've been watching it in this big macro base, and then this big buyer came in, and Heaven called out this buyer, and I thanked Heaven 500 times for calling out this buyer because it made me a shitload of money. So once this buyer came in, that told me that the stock wants to go higher. So I began buying it against the 67 area, and I would let it come flash down, and then I'll wait for the buyer to come back, and then I would add some more, and I would let it flash down, and then once I saw buyers come back, buy some more, and then when it gets that official trigger, that's when I add heavy and it comes back. Ooh, that's a nice little pullback buy. But where the fuck? So then I've been taking off into strength. I think it could go higher. I definitely took off more than I intended to. But what I really wanted to show was how I worked into that position. So that was good. What else we got? It's Apple. I'm fucking gonna murder this Apple short. All right. So this Apple. I mean, they got downgraded. I hit some. I was working into position Friday. Hit some 184 initially. Kind of working into position. Cover some into the weakness. Cover some on a 5-minute trail. Cover some more on a 15-minute trail. Pretty much covered my position over the weekend. And then I got re-short into the close today. Like I added heavy just against this 282 area. And I think this is going to be the tell. If this wants to hold up and it wants to tell me I'm wrong, then I think the market goes higher. But if I'm right here, I think we're going to get a pullback in the market. I think Apple is one of the keys that I'm looking at. What else? Oh, this SDGR was massive today. This was so. Shouts out to Don Diego, Moody Mo. We bought this thing today, and you can see I'm on a 5-minute chart. We bought it, and then 15 minutes later, I was buying against this 40. We almost got stopped out. It was almost like a 15-minute loser. Just like I was like, oh, this fucking SDGR like sucks, like whatever. And Mo comes in, starts laughing at us like, oh, I took a loss last week. As he said that, As he said that, the bottom was in, and it fucking just raged the entire day, up like 15% on the day.
Yeah, up 20.
Still hold up 20. Whatever, up 20%. I thought I was taking a loss in 15 minutes. Ends up being a 10 grand winner. Yeah. So that was sick. What else? What else is going on? Hold on. Let me see. GH, Apple, Piton. We hopped into this Alec today. I got out of most towards the end of the day. I didn't like the price action, but I'm still in it a little bit. I've been messing around with this Go. I got out a lot today. Just think it needs to pull back a little bit more. And I got a lot of GH still, so I'm kind of focusing on this. That's really it. I think I covered everything.